Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
Suck, suck.
It's not what you think, kids. I'm talking vampires tonight. All right, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Tales. This time we're going to rap about Cap.
That's right.
I am Phil. Joining me, as always, oh my, nibbling the napes of Cap's neck. It is
Justin the Owl, ready to talk some classic Captain America.
I'll nibble on the neck of any blonde biscuit, huh?
That's right. Especially this one.
Oh, that's right. Yes, this time we're going to talk Captain America 235, 253 and 254, featuring the Menace of Baron Blood.
Yes. This is one of Phil's picks, and I was very happy about it.
Yes, thanks. Yeah, we get some vampire for spooky season. We get some nice burn art.
Great Roger Stern script.
Heck yeah.
And a nice nod to the Days of the Invaders as well, on top of all of it.
Yep. Because this is... All right, I'm trying to scramble real quick here because I forgot the covers, but I can grab them real quick. So I mean, you had read these before, right?
Yes. Oh yeah. This run of even though I love the Mark Grunwald run of Captain America, as you know, it's one of my favorites of all time.
Mine too. Yeah.
There's some other runs that I also hold in high regard as well, and this is one of them. And the Steve Englehart, Sal Buscema stuff, and there's a couple other ones, but I love this Roger Stern and John Burns run on it. It was really short and sweet. It was really quick, but I feel like they really did some great stories together, and this is definitely one of them.
Oh yeah, that's what I always say. I mean, there's some fill-ins along the way, but like if you start at Roger Stern's run and you read all the way through Grunwald, hell, get to the end of Mark Waid's run. I mean, that's a solid, probably like 20 years of just like great storytelling.
It's incredible how consistently good it was.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said something to Jim DeMatteis the one time, and he goes, he's like, he picked up where he picked up stuff Roger Stern had written into the story, and then of course Mark Grunwald picked it. It kind of it works good when the writers kind of pretend that it's like, oh, I'm going to use the stuff that came before, and things are just rolling around, because some people just throw everything out and
Yeah, they just do a table flip and completely change the script and everything, and all of it is just reworked completely from the ground up. But yeah, they were very, very meticulous about keeping some of the consistency with the details.
Oh yeah, because I mean, if you read like straight through like Roger Stern and the James DeMatteis, for sometimes you might have to like remind yourself. It's like, oh yeah, we switched writers,
right?
Because they're like they are such like great writers, both of them. And then it's like, and then again, James DeMatteis like kind of just picked it up without batting an eye and not changing much of anything,
and kept it going for years.
Oh yeah. And then Mark Grunwald, who loved Cap, Mark Grunwald was on the book for 10 years.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing how long he was on that book.
God, we got such great runs. I mean, they don't do that. They don't let anybody do a long run anymore. Like Grunwald's 10 years. I mean, Peter David was on the Hulk also for 10 years. I mean, then DG Chichester, God, he did at least like 4 or 5 years on Daredevil, I think.
Daredevil, yeah. That was a long time on that. Yeah, I don't know if we'll see those days again. Maybe, I'm optimistic that we'll see that happen. The same writer and the same artist. I mean, that'd be amazing to see that again.
Although sometimes I don't know if maybe people don't even the writers don't want to be on a modern book that long, but it's like, Well, I'm sure if you offered them enough money, they might.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Because again, these people need to get paid, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, do I need the hassle of writing like, a big monthly Marvel book, but meanwhile, I got to do my own creator-owned book, and
yeah,
who knows what else. All right, so, all right, thanks for babbling. I got the covers.
Nice.
All right, so, all right, ready to talk these two? I believe these are synopses. All right, so let's begin. I mean, both great covers, but oh my lord, that second one is just
so good, right? Yeah.
The first one just kind of teases you there. Yes.
Yeah, perfect for spooky season. I love it.
Good, yes.
Yeah. You can almost hear the creaking of that coffin.
Yes.
The lid of it as it's opened by those hands underneath. It's so good.
All right. And oh, nope. All right. Not the synopsis. That's an old synopsis. All right, hold on. I was looking this up before. I know there's synopsis for this.
I was going to say for these issues, I'd be surprised
usually for like this era and stuff. Yeah, I usually have no problem finding them.
Yeah.
All right, so Captain America number 253 from January 1981. Should old acquaintance be forgot? Writers Roger Stern and John Byrne, penciler John Byrne, inker Joe Rubinstein, colorist Bob Sharon, letterer Jim Novak, and editor Jim Salicrup. After finding a third slasher victim, an English village constable and Dr. Cromwell inform Lady Crichton, who promises to use her influence to get Scotland Yard involved. However, doubting they can handle the situation, her elderly father prepares to contact someone who can. In Manhattan, after attending a musical together, Steve Rogers and Bernie Rosenthal return to Steve's apartment, but their liaison is interrupted by a phone call from Jarvis, who reads Steve a coded telegram, prompting him to cut the date short. Cuts their liaison short.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
A bucket of cold water, me another.
Yeah.
Prompting him to cut the date short to Bernie's dismay. Traveling to England, Steve reunites with Lady Crichton, formerly his invaders' teammate Spitfire, and learns it was her father, Lord Falsworth, aka World War I's Union Jack, who sent for him, convinced the slashers their old foe, Baron Blood, despite his remains being long interred in the Tower of London. Investigating, Captain America discovers a woman's skeleton has been swapped for Blood's. He returns to the manor to inform Falsworth of this, and meets Jackie's son Ken and his friend Joey. That night, Baron Blood attacks Captain America. Yeah, and that's our cliffhanger, kids. Yeah, he gets hypnotized and Blood's about to bite him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. And again, it's like Roger Stern was good for this too, but also like John Byrne, like cleaning up continuity. It's because again, it was like issue 247 when Roger Stern took over and Steve gets like his full memories back and stuff. He's like, that's why I didn't recognize the Submariner,
Right. Yeah. I'm glad they addressed that because that was a little bit of a snarl in the lineage that they had to figure out.
Yeah, because it was weird. I forget, was it Englehart or somebody gave him like this weird backstory where he had like these diplomat parents and like a brother who had died in Pearl Harbor or something. So yeah, Roger Stern came in and cleaned that right up. He was just like, oh yeah, the government gave him fake memories in case he was ever captured and stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna jettison all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I have to laugh at Bernie giving Steve the old come hither eyes when she's laying on top of him. Oh, Steve, I love your magenta sweater.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I know, she was in the mood for blonde biscuit more than you.
Oh man. Yep.
Well, I mean, she's a healthy woman. She's a healthy woman.
Yeah. I'm not blaming her one bit.
I was gonna say, I know you can't blame her.
No.
She got all in the mood after seeing Oklahoma.
An aphrodisiac for the ages. I also laughed at the brief little flashback we have to the invader stuff with the names of some of the Nazi villains.
Oh
Masterman,
yeah.
the Blue Bullet, the Face, Agent Axis, Warrior Woman, the Scarlet Scarab, and this is my favorite, Asbestos Lady.
She may not kill you now, but she might kill your lungs in 20 years.
Yeah, give her some time and she'll eventually get you.
Asbestos lady. Oh my lord, I'm gonna read that story.
Oh my god. Now, a couple of those villains we will see again in the pages of Namor, John
Oh,
Byrne's Namor series.
yeah. I was gonna say in November we are gonna jump around a little bit because I think we're doing 1 through 3 and then 12 through 14. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh my, the Blue Bullet.
The Blue Bullet.
Wasn't that the original name for Viagra? Oh my.
Yeah, the art in this is so great. I love Joe Rubinstein's inks
Oh
with
yeah.
John Byrne's art. It's a great combo.
And I love it. They even mention him Cap stopping that like liquor store hold up, the guy
Yeah.
on the plastic with the shotgun, then he runs out the door and he's running down the street and Cap's like, I don't got time for this. Like
Yeah, just whips the shield. Yeah.
alley walls and nails
Yeah.
the guy from the other
Takes
direction.
them all of like a minute to take care of that situation. Yeah, I also love it when we see a bit of street level superhero Cap.
Yeah.
And Mark Gruenwald was always great for that too.
Mhm.
You'd see him like take to the streets and deal with some low level crime in one issue. The next issue he'd be on a jet or a Quinjet or something on halfway across the world trying to defeat Superior or somebody like that. It was a nice balance between big global adventure and small level stuff. I really like that.
I mean, I could see Cap being that guy. If he has a downtime and there's nothing to do, I can see him walking the streets.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I love
much to the chagrin of Bernie. She's like,
I know.
spend some more time at home with me. Come on.
But I do love that. I mean, we've gotten this scene before, I think, where it's just like when the guy's laying on the ground and he pulls the gun on Cap, and Cap's like, you can try to shoot me, but you know how many guys have tried to shoot me in the last couple decades, and none of them have succeeded.
Yeah. And they were all before you were born.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Should have been like, you know how many bounties Adolf Hitler had on me? It's like, if all Nazi
how many
Germans
Hydra goons have tried to shoot me? Like literally hundreds. They're even worse aims than stormtroopers.
But yeah, I'm sure you, some dirty crook in this dirty New York alley is going to take me out. Okay.
Yeah. Now, I wonder if you also read between the lines, or it was just me with I forget their names already. Jeez.
Oh, the grandson and his
grandson and his
buddy,
his art school college buddy, who happens to know snores really loud or is a deep sleeper.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I'm like, okay. Are they supposed to be lovers? I was like, because again, this is the era. Because even Jim
This is the era.
about it. Yeah. Are they lovers or is it just are they actually friends? Yeah. Because you're right. The minute he said, "Oh, he snores on," I'm thinking, okay, I think they're but yeah, this is way vague. This is even way more vague than Arnie Roth and his roommate.
Yeah. And then it's revealed in the next issue that the assistant of this doctor dude that lashes out at Cap and says, "Oh, there's no such thing as vampires, you idiot! Blah, blah, get out of my sight." That the Dr. Crawford's assistant is apparently the grandson's fiance, but I have my doubts. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Oh,
I have my doubts about
unless she's a beard or something.
Well, or maybe she's into it.
Because I mean, old Russian aristocrat, maybe it's just for
Yeah.
or not Russian, English aristocrats. It's like just for appearances and stuff.
Right. Exactly.
Maybe the mom maybe Spitfire says like, yeah, wait till her grandfather dies, and then
Right, yeah. He's not going to understand.
because again,
Yeah.
he was around during World War One. I don't see him
Right. Yeah.
being very open minded about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Exactly. Yeah. But I thought that there was a little bit more going on between those two gentlemen, I have to say.
Yeah, I was going back and forth on that. I was like, are they? I'm like,
Mm, mm,
yeah,
yeah.
art school buddy. I don't
Art school buddy. Yeah, I've had a few of those myself.
know. You know what the guys have told Justin? Paint me like one of your French boys.
Exactly.
Oh my.
Uh,
And again, so stupid. If they are, just come out and say it.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it would
Mm.
just. This is 1981, so it's not like.
Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. It's
I
just.
know, but even like later on in Jandy Mateus's run, they wouldn't let him come out and
I know.
say
Yeah.
guy's gay. So it's like
Yeah.
before that.
I feel like it wasn't until 10 years later, the early 90s, that they actually started getting brave enough to do that. There was the North Star stuff in Alpha Flight. There was Peter David had a couple of gay characters in the Hulk.
Yeah.
Like, they started slowly kind of very subtly introducing some of these characters or outing or some of these characters that had been around for a while, finally outing them.
Mm.
I just, yeah, it's weird that it took a whole decade decades for them to get with it. I don't know. It's weird.
Well, again, I mean, I think we're 81. Aren't we still in the era, or maybe we're coming right out of it, where every black character had the name Black something in it
Oh,
as their
yeah.
name? Yeah, so
Yeah. It's still happening. Yeah. Yeah.
hey, at least we got a panel with Namor in that flashback.
That's right. There he is. We'll be talking about a lot of him next month.
Oh yeah, all month. Yes.
Namor Member.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I love that. Yeah, because Steve's thinking, that coded message from Lord Fallsworth said to come inconspicuous. Because he's like, I could have taken a Quinjet, but meanwhile, I just
Mm,
emptied out my savings for this airplane ticket, so he's flying like commercial.
yeah.
Then I love he gets to the airport, and he doesn't want to draw too much attention. So when the guy says, let me see your passport, he flips open, he shows him his Avengers ID. He's like, nothing to
Yeah.
see here.
And I couldn't believe that he emptied out his savings for that ticket. I was like, shouldn't being a member of the Avengers at this point give you like free travel clearance all the time? Like, shouldn't you have like?
I mean, I guess maybe he's too proud too, but I'm like, don't the Avengers get a stipend at this point? I thought they did.
Yeah, me too.
I thought there was
I
some.
guess it's not
I thought it
much.
was around this era too. I thought Spider-Man at one point was trying to join the Avengers. He heard they got paid.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, again, he's too proud. But again, you get like one phone call to Tony Stark or something. Just be like, hey, airport,
Yeah, that's so weird. Maybe it's a pride thing. Maybe he didn't want to take.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. It's strange to me.
Yeah, but that's funny too. When he shows up and what's her face? Is it Jacqueline? Yeah,
Jacqueline. Yeah.
They meet back up, and she's like, oh my god, he hasn't aged a day. Meanwhile, I used to be younger than him. Now
Yeah.
I'm so much older than him.
Yeah. We'll see her in the pages of John Burns' Namor as well in that same story. Yeah, she'll be back. It's a great little Invaders reunion that happens.
Maybe this was his idea to use Invader stuff because it seems like John Burns, that connection. He likes Invaders.
Yeah, he really loves that stuff, I think.
But yeah, Lord Fallsworth called Steve in because they're all because of these slasher murders, but he's like, it has to be Baron Blood. Oh, this is the doctor himself. Well, the doctor himself, right? Not the assistant who told him to get out, right?
Crawford, yeah.
Yeah. Because then the constables tell him like, oh yeah, Yeah, the yes, the house was lit on fire. They thought they had
Yeah, and
trapped the vampire, and then the townsfolk set his house on fire. He supposedly he was badly burned, and the daughter died.
yeah, that's why he grew his beard out to cover up his facial scars from the
Uh-huh.
fire. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny though. This tomb room in the Tower of London, where Baron Blood's supposed to be, just like draped with garlic,
Garlic all over the place.
like streamers.
Yeah. Is there
Garlic.
somebody whose job it is just to come up here and replace the garlic cloves every month or something? And I also laughed at my ass off at this part where they're looking at the skeleton
Mm.
in the casket. And Captain America's like, I've seen enough bodies to know that that's not Baron Blood's. I'm like, how? How do you know that that's a woman's like skeleton there? Can you like see the impression of her boob bones or something underneath
Yeah,
that
I mean that.
Baron Blood tunic? Like, how do you know that I mean, I get it if there's some decomposition still going on and you can make out some
Yeah,
details, but that's just strictly bones there.
I mean, or I don't know. I'm not a medical person, but are the pelvic bones of men and women different? I mean, unless something
Oh,
like
well,
that,
maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's just
Maybe.
I mean, again, the thing's dressed up in Baron Blood's costume, and again, who knows how much time has passed in between these panels? But all this seems like Steve immediately is like, oh yeah, this is a woman,
Yeah, he just glances at like, and all you can see is the skull underneath that mask. Like all
Mhm.
the rest of this skeleton is concealed by Baron Blood's costume.
And not
And
only
he
is that,
immediately was like, "Oh, that's a woman's skeleton." I'm like, "What? How do you know that?"
I know. And not only is the outside of the coffin draped in it, but is that garlic inside the coffin with Baron?
Yeah, it is. It's lined around on the inside of the
Oh
casket. Yeah,
my
they were
lord.
taking no chances with this.
So yeah, but Steve pulls out the stake, and the inspector's like, "No, he'll revive." And Cap's like, "No, it's not him." Mm. But yeah, so they take it to the coroner and says, "Yeah, it's the body of a 20-year-old woman, been dead about 12 years."
Oh, all right.
So they're like, Baron Blood could be anywhere at this point.
Yeah,
Mm,
feasting on another throat as we speak.
yes, so that's when Cap goes back to the manor and then meets Jacqueline's son.
And her art school friend,
Yeah,
quote unquote.
Kenneth,
Yeah.
and Kenneth is his son, and then Joey is the art
Joey.
friend. Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
Ken and Joey.
Ken and Joey.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Then,
Yeah.
Cap tells Lord Fallsworth, "Yeah, it wasn't Baron Blood." He's like, "I knew it."
I knew it. I knew he was still alive. Because that's his brother.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Baron Blood is his brother.
Man, there's a lot of that going on in the Marvel universe. Vampire brothers, man. These two, Doctor Strange and his brother.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what their preoccupation is with that, but
Yeah. So So then in the middle of the night, Baron Blood shows up. When he goes for
yeah,
Cap.
this is my favorite part when he goes for Cap's neck and Cap just bashes him in the face with his shield. He's like, "Nope."
Yeah, because it looks like Steve's there sleeping because he didn't put his mask on. But yeah,
Yeah.
I love that panel where he just smacks him.
Yeah, that's the best.
I don't care if you're undead or not. That gotta hurt.
That's gotta hurt. Yeah, that definitely knocked some fangs loose.
There's no give on that shield.
Yeah.
And Cap's like, he's like, I was counting on your hatred of me, bringing you to me first before your brother or your niece or anything. He's like, and it paid off.
Yeah.
So they
smashes some garlic cloves right in his face.
I know, but after he punches Steve through the wall, and he's
sends him flying through a wall.
Yeah, because I mean he's smaller than Steve. He's like, I gotta remember, he's supernatural, so his strength.
Yeah, vampires don't mess around usually.
Yeah, throws that garlic lay around his neck.
Yeah. I heard you like garlic, Baron Blood.
And then Blood starts calling all the rats and stuff.
Yeah. using his full arsenal of vampiric powers.
Yeah, then they crash in the Lord Falsworth's room where, Baron Blood has hypnotized Cap. He's about to bite his neck.
Yeah, that's the best.
All right, so any other thoughts, or shall we get to the next one?
Well, yeah, I love this. Yeah, this is a great story. It's
Oh,
fun
yeah.
to revisit this. It's aged very well. It's still great Captain America, classic Captain America action. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Oh, yes. Plot by Stern and Byrne, script by Stern. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Yeah, we can move on to the next one.
Oh, hold on. This Captain America says it's been a long time since he's been to England. However, it is revealed in Captain America 257, a few issues from now, that since his revival, Cap has returned to England every year on the date of Bucky's disappearance in 1945. Maybe his full memory has not been restored at this time. Or maybe he was just being nice to Jacqueline and saying, "Oh no,
maybe, yeah.
That's why I haven't swung by." Okay.
Yeah. Searching for Bucky. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so. I mean, again, in hindsight, it's like, but all those years he tortured himself over Bucky's death. Bucky wasn't dead.
Yeah, I know. Ooh, that's gotta sting.
All right. Oh, and if you kids love the Winter Soldier, when I talked to Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, they said they have something Winter Soldier planned for next year. So,
ooh, very nice.
Which because Thunderbolts is coming. That movie's coming.
Well,
up.
yeah. I wonder if it's going to be a mini series or an ongoing.
I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, did you also see what's? I think it might be just be a mini series, but I just saw it yesterday. I think guess what else they announced for I think early next year.
What?
A new Sam Wilson Captain America series, and guess who's going to be in that?
Oh, the Red Hulk.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what a surprise!
What a surprise!
The Serpent Society too.
I don't know. I don't know if they said or not.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know at least Red Hulk's showing up. So
all right. Okay.
Once again, I love both characters, but yeah, it's just he's just like oh, they're both showing up in a movie, so they both have to share comic.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need to give us a Diamondback miniseries.
I know. Yeah. Yeah, we've been waiting years for that.
Oh, that's what we need to do one day. There's 2 miniseries of Citizen V. Oh my God, Diamondback shows up in one of those issues. Yes.
Oh, I don't think I've read any of those.
Oh, yeah, they're around the time of when Fabian Nicieza was on Thunderbolts.
Oh,
yeah.
Did he write those too?
I think so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd definitely be up for
but they're
covering any of those. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to. Oh my. All right, so let's tie this one up. Captain America 254. There. Again,
look at that.
Look at that cover. Yeah.
Yeah.
Captain America 254 from February 1981. Blood on the Moors. I think we got the same team here. Oh, another editor. Just this time, Jim Salicrup and Bob Budiansky. Bob Budiansky, more than meets the eye. Failing to slay Captain America because he tries to bite through his chainmail caution.
Oops.
I know. Baron Blood flees as dawn breaks, returning to the nearby village where he dons his Dr. Cromwell disguise. Yes, because he is masquerading as the doctor, and meets his first patient of the day, Jenny. As the day progresses, a hunt for blood throughout the surrounding villages draws a blank. Ken and Joey take a break from the search at the pub where Ken's girl Jenny works, but she faints while talking to them, and they find bite marks on her neck. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what it was. She wasn't the doctor's assistant. She was his patient. That's what it was. I got that wrong. Yeah, she kept going to him for treatments, not realizing that he was. Yeah.
Because Blood later reveals, he was before he succumbed to temptation and killed those people. Yeah, he was existing off of a bunch of anemic patients.
Yeah.
Uh, and meanwhile, in Brooklyn Heights, Bernie and Anna clean Steve's apartment. Bernie takes a message that Steve lost an art assignment. Lord Falsworth, dressed as Union Jack, insists he will serve as bait to lure Blood, but suffers a heart attack while arguing with Cap and his daughter. They later call family doctor, Dr. Cromwell, to check on Lord Falsworth. When they leave Cromwell alone with Union Jack, Cromwell reveals himself to the Baron's surprise. Captain America joins the battle and is forced to decapitate the vampire. Joey reveals himself as the new Union Jack, and the group later burns Baron Blood's body. During the funeral, Lord Falsworth passes on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that part made me chuckle when they just turn around and he's just dead.
Yes.
He's just sitting there in his chair, dead. I thought, oh, well, okay, I guess.
This issue was dedicated to former Captain America artist Frank Robbins. Robbins was the first artist to draw Union Jack.
Yeah.
So,
who appeared in the Golden Age, I think, right? Union Jack originally.
I think it's always hard to remember if, like, you know, when they do these flashback ones, if like, oh yeah, did this character actually appear in the Golden Age?
Yeah, it's hard to. Yeah,
I think Union Jack did.
Yeah, I think he did. It wasn't to the extent that Cap was, or some of the others, but I think he popped up here and there, and they used him a lot more later on in that Invaders series that Roy Thomas did. But that was the 70s, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. 60s, 70s.
Okay, that's random. Trivia. This issue contains a full-page advertisement of Doctor Strange Volume 1. Okay.
Oh, all right.
I mean, well, that does make sense. Like, hey, you like vampires, kid?
That's true. That's true.
So if you never advertised Doctor Strange to Captain America, now's the time.
Yeah. I did think that it was kind of funny how Baron Blood didn't think to, like, remove Cap's cowl or pull back his mask or whatever before he tried to bite. Like, I thought that it would have been better, like, right as he's about to bite, like, all of a sudden Jackie or Ken or one of those people, like, clocks him up inside the head with something. Rather than just, oh, I'm going to try to bite through this. He's faced him before. I mean, I get it if he had faced Captain America before and didn't know that he had chainmail underneath that.
Yeah.
But he even admits it after he bites through. He's like, oh, I forgot about that chainmail. What? How could you forget that little detail? That's pretty important.
Well, he did just take an indestructible shield to the head like 5 minutes ago.
That's true. That could have rattled up his... could have rattled up his little vampire brain a little bit. You're true. You're right about that.
Although, and I know it's not like pure chainmail. I think it's like some kind of mesh, but like, yeah, he can't bite through it. But then the final battle doesn't look like, you know, Baron Blood kind of tears Steve's costume. Doesn't it look like he's tearing like just like regular cloth?
Yes.
Shouldn't that be kind of harder to rip if it is like at least part chainmail?
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah, there's that one panel where he's where it's just a pair of hands that are gripping onto the costume and tearing it. And I thought, oh my. I might need a full-size poster of that panel for my wall.
Oh my.
But I kind of had to laugh a little bit as well at Cap's tortured moment of angst after he decapitates Baron Blood. I'm like, out of all of the things that he's faced, like, this should be the one villain that he doesn't really have any compunctions over putting an end to, because not only is this guy like a Nazi war criminal, number one. Number two, he's not technically alive because he's a vampire and therefore a member of the living dead. And number three, he's already been responsible for the murders of dozens of people just recently that Cap knows about, and would not be easy to incarcerate after the fact. If they did just incapacitate him, how could they possibly hold him unless they had somebody like Doctor Strange do it?
Exactly. And two, I mean, we've seen, even if you stake them, I mean, you can bring them back if you pull that stake out. So again, you
Hmm.
want to take the chance that this guy could be resurrected or escape
Yeah.
whatever confinement you put him in, even if it's like 100 years from now when you're dead and gone, or it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, they should have just did like a quick, Cap just being like, you know what, I don't want to do this, but again, he's a murderer, he's a mass murderer, and
Hmm.
two, he's not alive,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
undead, so.
So that picture of him like grasping the wall and like holding his head in his hands, I thought, oh, that's a little bit heavy-handed for me. I don't.
Yeah.
I could see him, feeling a little bit of heavy feelings over it, but that whole panel was just a little bit too much. I thought, yeah, no,
Or
I'm
I
all set.
mean, even if you had just like, I mean, the old Lord couldn't have done it, but if one of the Fallsworth family had killed him or something, just
Hmm. Yeah, they pushed him out of the way and grabbed the shield and been, no, Cap, let me do it. Yeah. Jacqueline could have done it. She could have
yeah,
pushed him out of the way and grabbed that shield and been like, no, Cap, I want it. I want to do it.
especially if like Baron Bo was about to kill one of them, and yeah, she like
Hmm.
decapitated him to
Kill
save
her
him.
son. Yeah, kill her
Yeah,
son.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that would have been a better way to finish this a little bit. That's my only gripe about this story is this little piece at the end here with the tortured pathos of Captain America having to kill Baron Blood. It's like, oh, give me a break.
And I guess it doesn't have to be a family mantle, but I'm like, I don't know. How do you feel about Joey becoming the new Union Jack?
Well, I don't think it's very long. I don't think it's for very long. I think that
Mm,
I can't remember what happens to him. I think he dies fairly quickly. Somebody kills him. But yeah, no, I thought it was cool because we were all expecting it was going to be
Ken.
Ken following in the family footsteps of his grandfather and his uncle. But nope, it's his boyfriend actually. His
Uh,
boyfriend is the new Union Jack, as it turns out.
oh, I'm trying to see. Oh, I think it's saying he was still Union Jack after Civil War, so
Oh, really? Oh, okay. So
yeah,
he's the one that shows up in the Namor story then. Okay.
baby, yeah, yeah.
I thought it was a new guy, but
Mm-mm.
all right.
I mean, unless he lost it and came back to it, because yeah, it's saying right after Civil War when Captain
Oh,
America died, yeah, he attended the public memorial with Spitfire. So
well, no kidding.
yeah.
Okay. For some reason, I thought that he died sometime in the 80s. And then in the early 90s, when John Byrne was doing his Namor story, he introduced a new one. But I guess it was I guess it was the same one the whole time. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Trying to remember. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, I thought I couldn't remember if it was him or not, but it was. Yeah, because there was just a Union Jack series during Blood Hunt, so I was trying to remember if that was him. But yeah, it's claiming it was him. So he's still out there.
Somebody the other day did this amazing mock-up. It wasn't for real, but it was like this imaginary pitch for a new Excalibur, which had Union Jack, Spitfire, Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain, Brian Braddock, her brother, Lionheart, and like two or three other random British superheroes. And I thought, oh my god, they need to do that. That would be
Yeah,
amazing.
I was.
I would buy the hell out of that series.
I'm like, I'm surprised they never had Union Jack on an Excalibur team. Because I mean,
Mm,
it wasn't like a straight up mutant team. I mean,
right. Yeah. I think they did do another Excalibur series in the mid 2000s and
hmm,
or maybe I'm getting that conflated with the MI15 or whatever it was. I
hmm.
think he might have been on that with the Black Knight and a couple of other people.
Okay, it sounds familiar. I don't think I ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
They've done a couple of reboots of Excalibur over the years, and yeah, I always thought he'd be perfect for that team.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, he's British. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. was also checking out his vital stats here. Affiliations and relationships, marital status, single. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, hey, Justin, 6'4", 238.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
He's taller than I am.
Oh my.
Yeah. I'm 6'3".
Oh my. Okay, I'm 6 foot. Okay. Oh, so
Yeah.
it's a tall biscuit
Wow.
for you. There you go.
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Ken. He lucked out.
Yeah, I know. I'm not seeing anything here about any romantic interest either way. So.
Joseph Chapman. Yep.
Oh my.
Oh my.
All right. But yeah, I mean, so I guess.
Whoop.
Sorry, hit the wrong
Well, you disappeared.
Kick myself out of the room.
Whoops.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, what do we think? Final thoughts on this story?
Yeah, I love this story. Again, this is a great run of Captain America, Roger Stern and John Byrne firing on all cylinders with these great stories. Yeah, it's fantastic. I love it. And I love that we get a new Union Jack. We get a really interesting for Captain America, this was an interesting story. You don't see a lot of like spooky kind of creepy gothic horror stories like this in Captain
Yes.
America.
Yes.
So this was nice to see this in the pages of this title at this moment in time in 1981. Like if I had been reading it regularly at the time, this would have completely caught me by surprise.
Yeah. Because I mean, he'd been fighting like straight up like Hydra and super villains, I think, for a while. So yeah, this was kind of out of nowhere in a good way.
Yeah, I think right before this he fought the Dragon Man, maybe, or
Well, yeah, because
Batroc and Mr. Hyde is who it was.
yeah, Batroc and Hyde. But before that, I think was the Dragon Man thing because like Machine Smith showed up and he had like a bunch of robots too and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, 250 was when they asked him to run for president.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Oh my
Captain
God.
America for Prez.
Oh my God, we should almost do that as an election night special or something.
Oh no.
Recorded earlier, just drop it on election night. Oh my Lord. The People's Choice, the fictional one.
Yeah. I don't know. I might be in a medicated coma on election night just so I don't have to deal with the anxiety.
Oh, yeah. I might just have to tune out and just wait till the next morning to see who won.
Yeah. Ugh. Yikes. But yeah, I'm glad you picked this story, especially for spooky season. This is perfect. Vampire story, Captain America, a great creative team.
Werewolf, vampire,
Yes.
Nice little.
And in the next episode, we get a swamp monster.
Oh yes, next episode we get a Justin pick. Yes, and of course it's Man Thing.
Of course.
But
it's not giant size this year.
Nope.
We did the giant size Man Thing last year for a couple of episodes, and this year it's just regular size Man Thing.
Which kids but inside baseball, we will be recording this after we right after we wrap up this episode. So you won't be able to get your thoughts in beforehand. But if you want to send them after the fact, we love the feedback and
absolutely.
So please share your Man Thing thoughts with us. Share your Captain America, your thoughts on this story with the Captain America, Blood, Union Jack.
Yes. What was your favorite run of Captain America? We'd love to hear it.
Do you like Grunwald's run, or are you wrong? No, I shouldn't say it. No, because JMD Mateus is great. Roger Stern is great. Mark Twain is great. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's so many great ones to choose from. Yeah.
That's when, if anyone ever asked me where to start with Captain America, I'm like, just pick anywhere in those years and go.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few starting points that you can choose from and then have fun.
I mean, there's some runs that have kind of started to turn it around, but I'd say for the longest time, Cap hasn't been the same in a lot of runs after September 11th.
Oh, yeah.
Because they try,
Yeah.
I don't know, they kind of like try to militarize him. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I just like the
I
straight
don't either.
superhero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like the government superhero. I just
Yeah.
like the superhero. Yeah.
Mm.
They've already got that. He's a U.S. agent.
Yes.
He's like the government sponsored Captain America.
Exactly. Oh, did you see the new Avengers Assemble book started? Number 1, was it this week or the week before it came out? Avengers Assemble number 1 came out.
Oh, is that the one with that big, huge roster with all those
Yeah,
great
they're
characters, Living Lightning and U.S. Agent and all those
and they're
people?
wearing the jackets. Yes.
Yeah, the jackets. That one. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely interested to read that. I do want to check that out.
Yeah, 'cause they're working out of the mansion. It's got an old school vibe. I mean, it's Steve
Yeah.
Orlando, but yeah, it's an old school vibe because they're working out of the mansion. Night Thrasher is going to be part of the team. He brought the jackets.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I think
He hasn't been in the Avengers yet, right?
I don't think. I think this is his
Yeah.
first time. Yeah. It's so funny the '90s character brings the jackets.
I know. It makes sense.
But yeah, so I
The-
think there was some kind of in-store reason. I don't know if they're like actual like protection or there's some kind of tactical reason for the jackets. But
Yeah.
oh my God, you had Hawkeye sitting around the table having a poker game with some of the Avengers. I think Hercules.
We haven't seen that in a while.
Him and Hercules.
I love it.
Nah, I think was it Monica Rambeau? Somebody. They were all playing like poker.
Oh, I love that.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds like fun. And I love that Monica Rambeau's in it too.
Yes.
That also got me interested. Yeah, it sounds like a great. I mean, is this like a side Avengers team? Like, is this
Yeah, I
like
think it's like a second Avengers team. Yeah.
like a
Mhm.
like an East and West Coast type of thing, but not really.
And again, it's like, oh, hey, Cap kind of put together a quickie Avengers team during Blood Hunt, so now this is like the Avengers emergency response team. Probably. Just,
Oh, okay.
hey, we're actually in New York. We're closer to if something goes down.
Right. Yeah. That's cool, actually. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely keen to check that out.
Yeah, the first issue caught me. So, all right. So yes, kids. So send us your thoughts on the Cap stuff. The Man Thing stuff that's coming next episode. Which we'll be doing the first 4 episodes or the first 4 issues of Man Thing, and then the episode after that, the one actually dropping on Halloween, is Rise of the Midnight Suns.
Yes.
So yeah, that's your good old Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Morbius, Darkhold, Night Stalkers.
More horror than you can shake a disembodied limb at.
Oh my. Then like Justin, yes, it's Justin's birthday in November. So yes, it's all Namor all the time. Like we said.
Namor Bember.
So send your thoughts on that. Yeah, the first week is Namor the Submariner 1 through 3. The second week will be Namor the Submariner 12 through 14. Third week, I finally bought the miniseries.
Yay!
Clamoring for Prince Namor the Submariner 1 through 4 by JMD Mateus. So
Yes.
I can't wait.
Have you read those yet?
I haven't read them yet. So yeah, I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
And then the last episode of the month is going to be our episode 100.
Yeah.
So yes, we're going to cover some big historic Namor appearances like Marvel Comics #1, Fantastic Four #4, Fantastic Four Annual 1, and Defenders #1.
Yes, that is going to be a big episode.
Mm-hmm. And then remember, Doomstember has been canceled because we now have the One World Under Doom show. But
now you get Doom every month with me and Phil and Russell.
But speaking of Avengers and jackets, stay tuned for December.
That's right.
That's right. We didn't want to lose
all
that.
month long.
We didn't want to lose that.
Yeah.
So come gather with us in December.
Gather all ye faithful.
All right, kid. Maybe someone will bring you a photon sword. Anyway. All right, so yes, send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your new Capes Lunatics merch, your classic Capes and Lunatics merch. And of course, that Undead Menace Little Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Please don't have us dancing out here on that metaphorical pole. You know, we don't want to be dancing on a pole and then get killed by a vampire. Or I guess not. This isn't Dusk Till Dawn.
So she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
Although I can believe Selma Hayek's a vampire. She doesn't age. Anyway,
right.
And of course, the Patreon, where you can find something different from me and Lilith every month, exclusive only for you patrons. And if you're a patron like Justin here, yes, you can suggest topics for us to discuss, like when Lilith and I talked the career of Mr. John Byrne, who we discussed tonight. Or, yes, we're going to review the Alien franchise. So
I'm very excited about that one.
Yes, Lil says she has some controversial takes on that. So
yeah.
All right. So yes, so find that at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you can find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right. Now for Justin the Owl. Again, you can catch him here every month on Marvel, or every week on Marvel Tales. You can catch him at least once a month, and that's going to be going up on X-Men Classics right here. Like we said, the Energon universe is you'll get some specials. It's not going to be monthly now, but in its place, you're going to get the One World Under Doom podcast.
One World Under Doom.
Starring the world's most famous college dropout, Victor Von Doom. And then over on Capes and Lunatic Sidekicks, you can catch Justin on at least once a month on Way of the Night, the Batman podcast. And
Ezreal podcast.
There you go. And of course, you can catch him every so often on Electric Mullet, where we talk Superman.
Yes.
And we have talked some John Byrne there too.
Yep.
All right, but that's not all this man does. So, Justin, where else? I got you. So tell them about these other shows that you are on.
You can also find me on these fine shows. Over on Gamma Charge, you can find me talking with Russell about some classic Incredible Hulk or sensational She-Hulk comics. And we also have a Patreon, so do check that out. And over on Predator and Prey, the Yocha podcast, we are joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and we discuss some classic Predator comics from Dark Horse. And over on the Lost Library of Legends, my solo show dedicated to lost and forgotten comic book series of the past, I am currently wrapping up a 3-part retrospective on DC's The Power Company. And later on in October, for Halloween, I will be doing a spotlight on a Steve Gerber miniseries from Marvel called The Legion of Night.
Oh, that's naughty.
What is that, 70s?
90s, actually.
Oh, is it?
Early 90s. I think it was 91 or 2.
What was the name of it?
The Legion of Night. It was just 2 issues.
Huh.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch.
Yeah, and it features Jennifer Cale, who we see in Agatha All Along on Disney Plus currently.
Yeah. Did you watch the first 2 episodes?
I did, yeah. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was telling Lilith, I was surprised at Disney Marvel show, and we got some nudity in it.
Nudity, yeah.
Oh, I mean, it's
Yeah,
just butt, but still, I mean, like,
They
wow.
couldn't show us Manny Jacinto's ass on the Acolyte, but they could show us hers on Agatha. So
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Witchcraft.
I got your number, Disney.
You know what Justin's looking for, guys. Come on.
I'm a sucker for a guy with a powerful rod. Giant sized man thing.
Talking about meat is so natural for Justin.
Oh,
Talking about meat is so natural for Lilith. Well, that escalated quickly. Gonna be some dicks waving around in here.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us. Again, come back next episode. We'll talk some Man Thing.
Yes, classic.
Steve Gerber.
Yeah.
Watch him will paid magically appear in the and then we said, like we said, we'll wrap up Halloween Day. You'll get Rise of the Midnight Suns.
Yes.
Or you can get it earlier if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, kids, come back next time. Remember, this episode did not suck.